Could Jon Jones beat Stipe Miocic?
Jon Jones tweeted out a couple days ago, the greatest heavyweight of all time versus the greatest light heavyweight of all time. Who wants to see it? Me personally, I'm 100% all in. I would love to see this. The question is, could this fight actually happen? And I believe, yes, 100% this fight actually could happen. I mean, given the current status of the heavyweight division right now, the current state of both men's career, I think this is actually the perfect storm. Francis Ngannou is actually set to have ACL reconstructive surgery here soon, so he's probably going to be out for an entire year, at least until 2023. That's going to hold up the whole entire heavyweight division. And I personally believe this would be the opportunity for the UFC to make this fight happen for an interim heavyweight title. And you actually might be like, what are you talking about? They literally just did an interim title. But if you look back at the lightweight division the past couple years with Dustin Poirier, with Justin Gaethje, Khabib's last two opponents were both interim champions. And it's just because current circumstances, when the champion's out, when things can't happen, the UFC is going to do the next best thing they can to make a good fight that's going to promote itself and eventually lead into an even bigger fight with the champion. And this fight does promote itself because you have the greatest heavyweight of all time fighting the greatest light heavyweight of all time, who's also one of the greatest fighters of all time. And then whoever wins that fights the scariest MMA fighter of all time. Now, in terms of who actually I believe would win this fight, when I break it down skill for skill, I really don't believe that one fighter does one thing better than the other fighter. I would maybe argue that Jon probably has a little bit better striking. I think he's a little bit more tricky of a kickboxer. I think Stipe is definitely more of a boxer, but he has very good fundamental boxing and he has power. I mean, he's knocked out Fabricio Verdum, knocked out Daniel Cormier, just a few people to come to mind. The thing with Jon Jones that makes it a little bit tricky for me, that makes me want to lean his way, he has a lot more of diverse attacks. I mean, you're going to be seeing him throwing teep kicks, he's going to be throwing spinning body kicks, wheel kicks, head kicks, throwing elbows. It just has a lot of different looks, and it makes it hard to process. On top of that, he has a 4-inch reach advantage. Now, when you're trying to close the distance and you have all these crazy strikes coming at you, you're going to be a little bit more timid to throw strikes, and then before you know it, if you're Stipe, you're going to be very behind in volume, and you're going to be behind on the scorecards. Now, when you look at Stipe's record, you look at notable kickboxers that Stipe's actually fought, the only one person that comes to mind is Alistair Overeem, and Stipe actually knocked out Alistair Overeem in the first round. He got Alistair to the ground. Alistair is a kickboxer first, and somebody like Jon Jones, who has a wrestling base, he's a grappler first. I don't think Stipe is going to be able to do that to him. I don't think he's going to be able to get Jon Jones to the ground that easily, if at all. I think this fight will probably play out on the feet, and I really believe that Jon Jones could just outpoint Stipe. I could even see Jon Jones maybe going for a takedown on Stipe. I think would be hard. I think it would be pretty hard to get Stipe down as well. This is a very tough fight to call, and I know I'm leaning towards Jon, and Jon hasn't looked super well in his past couple fights, and he's moving up into a division, so it's going to be hard to see how he's going to perform. But the thing that I look at when I see Jon Jones' last two fights, he fought Thiago Santos and Dominic Reyes, two young guys that are climbing up, that are getting their first shot at heavyweight gold. They have one thing that Stipe Miocic doesn't really have, and that's that hunger, that drive to really get there and be champion. Stipe has already been there. Stipe's climbed his way to the top. He won the belt. He's fallen down. He's climbed all the way back up, won the belt again. I mean, what more does Stipe really have to do? He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He has all the accolades he can want. He has all the belts. He's done pretty much everything he set out to do in the sport. So I really question if you can really replicate that same hunger that maybe he had in the beginning of his career, or maybe that you would see in a Dominic Reyes or you saw in a Thiago Santos. So I think that's what makes me lean a little bit more towards Jon Jones, just because skillfully, I believe Jon Jones has it all. He's very well rounded, so is Stipe, but I believe the diversity in his skill set and the physical attributes that Jon Jones possesses, I think makes it a little bit of a tricky fight for Stipe. Now, in terms of actually going on to facing Francis Ngannou, that is a whole different beast, a completely different video. Let me know in the comment section below though, who do you guys see winning this fight? Do you guys see this fight actually happening? Because we know how Jon Jones is. He's notorious for talking on Twitter. Whether or not this fight actually happens, who knows? I could really see it happen. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video though. Please be sure to drop a like, share this video if you guys know anyone else that enjoy my type of content. Please, please, please send my video their way. Go to my Instagram at nicolawoodbjj, tag at Kyle. Tell him that you guys want to see me be on the Full Send MMA media team. They're trying to get somebody to do like their Full Send MMA UFC media, to be at the UFC events, talking to fighters, asking questions, just being their personality for the sport. If you guys really do enjoy my work and what I do, and you guys want to support me and you guys want to see me grow, if you guys could go to my Instagram, tag Kyle, DM Kyle, do whatever you gotta do, just try to get this guy's attention. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later.